Hey everyone, it's Billy Santoro here, and you guys have all heard by now that I've launched my own website called leakedandloaded.com. It's basically porn stars having real sex taken with iPhone video or your smartphone video. So staying within that whole concept of leaked and loaded, the whole premise is to remove the fourth wall between the fan, the consumer, and the porn star. Basically, you get to see what we really live like, who we choose to fuck for real, and how we fuck for real. So, one of the blogs, most blogs send me interview questions, and then I just type out the answers. They include a couple pictures. But what I figured I'd do this time is The Sword has reached out to me with some interview questions regarding Leaked and Loaded, and I figured I'd answer through video, do something a little different. So here we go. Let's answer some questions. The first question is, I know you've been working on Leaked and Loaded for a while now. Where did the idea come from? When you were looking at your own home movies or when you saw someone else's? Funny story. Back about 3 years ago when I was starting my porn career at men.com, I was filming Gay Watch, and Landon Conrad and I were on set. We were doing a gangbang, I believe, on Mike DeMarco. And I just was having major coming issues. I just could not come to save my life. I couldn't get in that zone. And basically, what we usually do on set is we look at our phone at our favorite porns to get turned on and then get close to coming, and then we jump onto set. It's staged. Produced porn is produced porn. At any rate, none of the porn was working for me anymore. So I text my husband. You guys are well aware my husband is Seth Santoro. And I said, hey, baby, can you do me a favor and go hook up with someone and send me some iPhone video clips of it? Lo and behold, he sent me some clips, and I was like, oh my God, I'm close. It was real. It worked. And I thought that if this had this effect on me, it must have that effect on other people. Sure, Landon Conrad made fun of me that I want to look at my husband to come, but he's a beautiful man. Why wouldn't I? So I kind of got the idea from that, and so I tested the market. I had a few fans who were buying homemade clips off me at a very high rate. We're talking like $3,000 a month for like 15 to 20 clips. So people wanted to see the real thing. So I basically just did a little test. I went on Chatterbait and invited someone over. I didn't get them age verified, so I couldn't have them on camera. So what I did was I left the camera running, and then we fucked off cam, so you can hear all the sex. And I videoed it all with my phone. And then I came back around. And I said, anyone who wants to see those clips, you can PayPal me $100. And when I did that, $4,500 that weekend. People wanted to see the real shit. So that was pretty much market approval. And then I was ready to go ahead and find the right partner in the industry, because I don't know tech. I know sex. I know nothing about tech. So I found basically the perfect partner for me, OLB Media. They're just as dirty as I am, and they cherish the reality of it all. So we partnered, and it's really good to have a partner that you get along with. And we are like this. Like, we really get along. They support me. I'm going to make them money. We're going to make each other money. And it's not just that. Our goal is to kind of change the porn industry. We want to value the model. The model is why we're here. If there's no models, there's no porn. And I think a lot of studios forget this. I'm going to go into the next question before I go off on a tangent. Now that the site is launched, who do you find is submitting more clips, amateurs or porn stars? Porn stars. Since before the site was launched, I had a lot of trouble convincing porn stars of what the site is. You hear $50 a clip, and they're thinking $50 for a porn. No, it's $50 for 2 minutes of footage on your phone. If you're on set anywhere from 5 to 8 hours. Take that 5 to 8 hours and turn it to 2-minute clips. Guess how much money you're going to make? You're making more money doing what I'm doing than you are on a porn set. And you get to fuck who you want, and you get to fuck for real. So it took some while convincing, and then, so basically I got a lot of amateur stuff and a lot of my clips, a lot of Seth's clips. So the site is pretty heavy with me and Seth. But now I'm starting to get a lot of clips from other porn stars and some A-listers out there who I'm not going to announce yet because I'm kind of sitting on their content. But definitely people who you haven't seen do bareback yet. So it's going to be a little scandalous, but you'll watch it and you won't be able to turn your head. These clips are so fucking hot. Next question. What is the wildest clip you have received so far? I don't imagine you say, oh my God, at this point in your career, but which clip made you say it? Okay, there's a clip that is not currently on the site. It's in the queue, and I watched this guy get fisted, but not like fisted. Like, we're talking. I was like, oh my God, man, how can you take that? So I just sat there like this watching. um, but there's some other oh my God moments. I have a lot. I have over 4,000 clips I've been going through, and I only watch 100 a day because what happens is you start to glaze over where a lot of these clips start to look the same. So you have to kind of check out and then come back to them. So I get oh my God moments. Like there's one clip on there, I think it's Max Penn, where he's getting fucked and you can hear his cat meowing in the background. So there's a lot of, it's reality, man. It's not staged. So that kind of stuff happens. Just between us, what's your favorite clip on the site? Anyone who knows me knows I'm a big practical jokester. So anything that makes me laugh will probably be my favorite. And I invited this kid over once, and he was fucking me. And we didn't even intend to make clips, but he wanted to make clips because he didn't think his friends would believe he fucked Billy Santoro. Whatever. But then in the middle of the video, he's fucking me, and he goes, "Hey, by the way, my name is Justin." And I thought that was the funniest thing ever, and it still makes me laugh to this day. Since you feature extra studio porn, have you received any pushback from the commercial gay porn studios? Yes, I have. Titan Media sent me a nasty email. Basically, I had hired an intern to help me recruit porn stars, basically convey what the site's about and say this is a way you can make money if you're not getting booked. Because what happens with studio porn is they'll lock you into an exclusive contract where you can't film anywhere. Basically, you can't make money, and they're not paying you enough to support yourself. It's exclusive. It's bullshit. At any rate, so I'm offering these guys a way to submit whatever they have on their phone and make a little extra money. I'm for the models. I will always be for the models. I could give two shits about studios, to be honest. I don't care. Because they don't care about you. They're going to be done with you when they get enough content and move on to the next. But these models don't think that. You need to think ahead. You need to constantly keep yourself fresh. And they don't think like that. So Titan Media gave me a nasty email basically threatening me. I do have clips of some of their exclusives. But I can always release it for free on Tumblr, and then they have no say. And they're bareback clips, and we all know Titan is two-faced when it comes to bareback. So, fuck them. Basically, I am going to be working with a couple studios who do believe in my concept and do support me. So you're going to see a lot of behind the scenes of actual production, because I really want the fans to see what it's really like. I won't mention the studios who have agreed to do that with me yet, but you'll see them coming soon. What is the biggest challenge in bringing Leaked and Loaded to fruition? The biggest challenge was the legality of it, I think. Finding out, like the challenge for me is anytime I hook up, I let them know I'm going to video. You have a choice. You can have your face in it or not. But either way, you have to fill out a 2257. So it's weird for someone who just wants to have a real hookup to have to fill out paperwork. So that's been my biggest challenge. So it took a long time to get a lot of content where I had all the paperwork in order. So that was my biggest challenge, and why it took as long as it did. I basically had to have all my I's dotted and my T's crossed. I'm going to do it right, and it's no joke. I do have some haters out there who will do anything to hurt me, but they don't understand that this is great for models. I don't know. I just feel like this industry is so focused on blogs and studios, but not the models. I'll go into that a little bit later. There was this pre-Leaked and Loaded clip of you fucking Rex Cameron and put him on the gay porn radar. Have you seen any other true talents in the submissions you received? Have I? There was this one guy on my site who I fuck, and Seth gets fucked by him. I think I labeled him as Soccer Twink. The boy is fucking gorgeous. And he's got a big dick, a beautiful ass, and can work it. But he doesn't want to do gay porn. He wants it to be natural. And there's a lot of guys I come across that are like that. I also have guys that want to get into porn, but I just don't feel like they're quite there yet. And I've also had studio directors contact me, hey, Do you have who's that guy with the big dick you were sucking? Do you remember who he is? Does he want to do porn? So I'm basically discovering people, and I do send people to certain studios who I feel are a good entry. I don't think, in my opinion, you send someone right to Falcon to be on a box for 9 hours doing porn. I feel like that sets people up for failure. I think you start off first with a porn studio who films for maybe an hour or two and makes people feel comfortable until you're ready to go to like a Falcon level where it's all production and less about the sex. So I usually send people that direction, the direction of the easier porn studios to work for. Have there been any performers who would love to share their clips but are afraid of studio and public backlash? Yes, many. Many, 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 many. I'm not going to mention any names, but I'll just tell you a little story. I was filming with a model for gayroom.com, and after our scene, we basically fucked in the hotel room all night and invited other guys to come join in, and it was all raw and hot and videos, all that shit. But he was like, please don't ever post any of my stuff. I'm not ready to be out there like that. And it's fear. It's fear. But you know what? Count how many condom studios there are left. What is it, like 6? There's like none. The industry is changing. It's not unsafe to have bareback sex anymore. And I feel like the people who run these studios are stuck in the 80s. And they need to come forward and grow in time. You know? And it's sad because there's all this whining about the stigma of HIV, but they're perpetuating it. Anyway. Whether they furnish clips to Leaked and Loaded or not, how common do you find it to be that a performer who use on camera almost never use them off camera? I don't even know what that question means. Whether they furnish clips to Leaked and Loaded or not, how common do you find it to be that performers who only use on camera almost never use them off camera? I'm sorry, honey. I have no idea what that question's supposed to mean. Maybe you can rephrase that for me. Next question. What do you envision Leaked and Loaded looking like 3 years down the road? Leaked and Loaded, I'm basically launching in stages. The first stage is just clips. The next stage, which I'm already starting to work on, is live streaming. And what I'm doing with the live streaming is I'm basically booking every quarter 5 porn stars to live in a house for a weekend and live streaming everything to the website. All the fucking, all the clip making, all the gangbangs, whatever we choose to do that weekend. So that's the next stage. It's called the Leaked and Loaded Pump Pad, and we'll be launching that starting October. The first weekend is October 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th. We will also be partnering with a porn studio that will also be doing production, and we'll be filming the behind the scenes of that. The next stage, 3 years down the road, we're also going to be doing some live streaming of segments of Billy's Porn Guest, Billy's Pick a Trick, where I allow fans to actually go onto my phone and pick who they want to invite over and watch me fuck live or get fucked live, you know, and it won't just be me, whoever. Ultimately, 3 years down the road, I'll have the site set up to where any porn star can log in live and stream whoever they're fucking and get paid for it. That's kind of where I want to go with it. It's not so much a cam site as it is to more interactive and less stringent rules. Just a 2257 is all I need, honey. These other campsites require your firstborn. It's fucking ridiculous. I think I got all my questions answered. So if you haven't checked out leakedandloaded.com, I want you to know that we update 5 to 10 clips a week. We're constantly updating. I keep it fresh. My business partners are very good at affiliate marketing and really good at basically staying ahead of the curve when it comes to the industry. I want to change porn. I feel like if I get another question from a model asking me to put in a good word for them because they're not getting booked, honey, you don't need a studio to make money in the sex industry. Make your money. And please, my site is doing so well right now, you'd be a fool not to be on it because it's getting so much press. At any rate, my site is for the fans, for porn stars. Make your money, stay relevant, and be yourself, because just look at how popular XTube and Tumblr are. People want to see the real shit. People don't want overproduced crap anymore. And it's evident, and look at the porn sales. Look who's buying porn. The proof is in the pudding. All right. Anything else you wanted to ask me? Go ahead and ask me. You can also tweet me at Billy Santoro XXX, and you can find me on Tumblr at Leaked and Loaded, or you can just email the site at leakedandloaded.com. And I will see you all soon. I'm actually getting ready to go film with Icon Mail a couple scenes. So I will see you all soon.